Hi everyone, it's Amy with Dragon's Bit Apothecary. We're here to do our full moon oils and oracle for March 28th. So I am using the Oracle of the Essence cards. These are cards that are crafted with essential oils in mind, in this case doTERRA, which are the only oils I recommend using. I don't recommend anything I personally don't use. So if you have other brands you're loyal to, that's great. You do you. So if you have questions about doTERRA, go ahead and reach out to me, and happy to talk to you about why I chose doTERRA, what I use them for. And one of the reasons I do that is because they work so well with the Oracle cards as well. So I pulled 5 cards for our full moon this time, and I'll go through each of them, kind of tell you what they mean, and give you some tips about the oil that it's referencing so that you can incorporate that in your full moon reflection. Okay, so the first card is the card of Focus On. And this is often an area where, we need to kind of realign on some things and get our priorities right, if you will. So the card that came up for Focus On is Coriander. Okay, and you see this is the card of perspective and liberations. Oh, I'm sorry, life mission, perspective and life mission. Okay, so it's asking us to focus on those things, which are big things, right? Okay, so what this card is actually meaning is where you want to go in life and what it will take for you to get there. Okay, have the perspective around that. And think about what your life mission really is. Most of us are stuck in 8 to 5 jobs, and we're just waiting to get to retirement, right? Okay, so this card is saying, is that really your life mission? Is that really, really, is that all you got? And it's asking us to revisit that. Now, for me, I do still work in corporate America, but when I really reflected on the bigger meaning of this card a few years ago, I ended up creating a whole nother business that I do on the side now, with the eventual hope that it will replace my corporate job need, right? Independency. So maybe your dream is that, maybe it's a slight version of that, maybe it's something entirely different. But getting clear on your life mission and having perspective about how you pull those things together is what this card is asking us to focus on this full moon. Okay, so quit shelving your dreams. It's time to pull them out and make something happen on them. All right, the next card is the card of release. Now, full moons always ask us to release something. Sorry, I got itchy nose. It's asking us to release something because it no longer serves us. It's not good for us anymore. And sometimes this is things we're deeply attached to, and that's really challenging to. Okay, so the card that came up here is Lemon. And this is the card of obviously cleansing, detoxifying, and focus. It's the card of focus. If you're dealing with a life mission, having focus about that's pretty important, right? Okay, so this is letting us go of distractions that are holding us back, limiting beliefs, and getting real clear about where we want to go. Okay, that's what this card is telling us. Release the limiting beliefs, release the distractions, and let's get alignment and focus on it. Okay, and then we've got the card to draw energy from. And in this case, really fun card, Patchouli. Okay, and this is the card of presence and physical expression. Now, Patchouli is a great card for focus. Okay, so we just talked about lemon, which is another great focus oil. But when you deal with patchouli and you're trying to draw energy from it, it's asking us to draw that from ourselves, okay, and express from our own heart what that looks like. Being unique, okay, feeling confident about ourselves, all of that applies here. And being present. So this is that mindfulness stuff that we hear about. And looking at our goals and our own power in achieving those goals. Okay. And drawing energy from ourselves to help materialize them. Pretty cool card, right? Okay. Then we've got the card of emerging for you. And in this case, it is Palmarosa, which is a great oil. doTERRA had it out for a limited time, and periodically it does come up again. But it's a really great little oil. And this is the card of conditional love and shadows. And what is emerging for us when you think about this card is that our energy is reflected back to us. Okay, that's what this card is telling us. Your energy will reflect that what you're feeling, right? And it'll draw that energy back to you. So you have to, it's asking us to look at things differently, right? All of this messaging has been around perception and life mission and focusing on our goals. Okay. And if we are feeling like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so busy over here doing this other thing. Then that's the energy we're going to draw back to us, right? Is that we can't, we won't, it's never going to happen. Whereas if you change that story, okay, and this is what I had to do when I was working full time and trying to build this new business, is I had to change my story and figure out, well, what can I do? How can I approach this differently? What is possible? And amazingly, some things opened up for me, and I was able to do that more intentionally. And I think this is a great role to help facilitate that. Okay, last card. This one's from the universe. A great card. It's the card of lime, which is a fun oil. It is about spontaneity and fun and entertainment and delight, being joyful. Lime is a very joyful oil. When you diffuse that, it is uplifting. It's fun. It's like dance party fun, right? Okay. This card is telling us take delight in the journey. Don't get so hung up on the end goal that you forget to look out the window at the scenery along the way. Enjoy what is unfolding and how it is shaping you along the way, because that's half the fun of getting there sometimes, right? So in all of this, and this was a very well-aligned reading this week for this full moon, is, when we're focused on goals, we can really get wrapped up in it, and we can lose perspective, and we can get distracted, or we can feel like we can't ever do it, or we'll never get it done. And lime is helping us realize, just keep it in perspective, have a little fun along the way, let it grow. Okay, quit fussing over it all the time. All right, there you go. I hope you guys have a great full moon. I look forward to doing this again with you in April. Be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of these readings, okay? And if you have questions, just reach out to me, jorgensenapothecary.com on the chat feature. Talk to you soon.